Mortal Kombat's very specific subset of ninja characters has long been an iconic part of the series. And for series fans, the subset within the subset that is cyborg ninjas is massively responsible for that. First introduced in Mortal Kombat 3 back in the day, these mechanical soldiers have grown into fan favorites over the years, and in that group, it's fair to say that Cyrax is perhaps the most complex as a character, given the fact that he has often been the most conflicted about the Lin Kuei clan, and its decision to turn its soldiers into automated slaves. With Cyrax set to be reintroduced with Mortal Kombat 1's upcoming Khaos Reigns expansion, and in a form very different from our memory of the character, here we're going to go through his entire story, starting with the original continuity, which covers everything up to Mortal Kombat Armageddon, and then moving on to the reboot continuity, before finally talking briefly about what the future holds for the character. We first saw Cyrax in Mortal Kombat 3, though, to be honest, the aforementioned complexity that the character has come to be associated with wasn't really part of the equation at that point, or at least not to any significant degree. You see, along with fellow newcomer Sector, Cyrax had already been turned into a cyborg by the time Mortal Kombat 3 begins, which means he has become fully and completely obedient to the Lin Kuei clan and its Grand Master. Along with other cyborgs, Cyrax is tasked with apprehending Sub-Zero, aka Kuai Liang, a Lin Kuei warrior who rejected the call to be automated. Cyrax and the other cyborgs fail in their mission by the end of Mortal Kombat 3. In fact, Cyrax is defeated by Sub-Zero, who even succeeds in reprogramming Cyrax to stand by the good guys' side in their fight against Shao Kahn, the Emperor of Outworld. Interestingly enough, however, before Cyrax can fulfill his mission of defeating Shao Kahn, the Emperor is defeated by others, primarily Liu Kang, as a result of which the now missionless cyborg begins wandering the desert and ultimately malfunctions. Regardless, Cyrax appears in Mortal Kombat 4, or more specifically its re-release, Mortal Kombat Gold, where we see Lin Kuei having found, activated, and reprogrammed him once again to be used as a mindless soldier. By the end of the game, however, Special Forces agent Sonya Blade and Jax Briggs are able to retrieve and bring him back to Outer World Investigation Agency HQ, where they succeed in restoring his humanity, finally freeing him from the shackles of the Lin Kuei. A grateful Cyrax instantly joins the OIA and pledges himself to Earthrealm and its protection. Cyrax returns for the fifth game in the series, Mortal Kombat Deadly Alliance. While scouting in Outworld, he is ambushed by the demons Moloch and Draman. Cyrax's arm console, which allows him to create portals to Earthrealm, is damaged. The vampirist Natara asks Cyrax for help retrieving a portal sphere in exchange for creating a portal back to Earthrealm for him. Cyrax obliges, and after retrieving the artifact for her, which she intends to separate her homeworld, the vampiric realm of Aeternus, from Outworld, Natara creates a portal for him so that he may return to Earthrealm. Cyrax is not present for Mortal Kombat Deception, but does return for the last game in the original continuity, Mortal Kombat Armageddon. He's aligned with the forces of light in the Battle of Armageddon at the end of the game, but perishes along with the other heroes. From here, we arrive at Mortal Kombat 2011, which, of course, rebooted the franchise and kicked off an alternate timeline, one that takes us back to before the events of the first game, allowing the universe and our heroes another chance at avoiding the deadly apocalyptic fate that awaited them at the end of the previous timeline. When we first see Cyrax in this timeline, he's not yet been cybernized by the Lin Kuei. In fact, none of the clan soldiers have been turned into cyborgs yet, though the cyber initiative is very much something that's imminent and something that they are all aware is coming. Some, like Sector, are utterly loyal to the clan and see nothing wrong with its ambitions, though Cyrax is one of the few who has doubts over whether the cyber initiative is a good idea. Anyhow, as the game begins, the Lin Kuei has been sent to participate in the Mortal Kombat tournament held by the sorcerer Shang Tsung, who has hired them all to fight and kill warriors from Earthrealm. During the tournament, he and his fellow Lin Kuei warriors in Sector and Sub-Zero have a run-in with Scorpion, one that ends in Sub-Zero's grisly death. In the aftermath, as Cyrax and Raiden are discussing the events, the former expresses his doubts over the cyber initiative, while Raiden also tests Cyrax's ideological commitments by asking him if he protested the Lin Kuei's involvement in this tournament, as they are contracted by the evil sorcerer Shang Tsung to fight and kill Earthrealm warriors. Raiden tells the Lin Kuei warrior that as allies to the Outworld, the Lin Kuei are effectively operating to ensure the capture of Earthrealm itself, even if the Lin Kuei are located in Earthrealm. Raiden's words leave Cyrax deep in thought, but he is eventually interrupted by Shiva and Baraka, who have been commanded by Shang Tsung to kill Cyrax. Cyrax defeats both and seeks to speak to Shang Tsung to find out why he is marked for death. He later finds Sector and Shang Tsung, following which the latter informs him that his conversation with Raiden and the fact that he is clearly wavering on his commitments was why he was attacked. Sector attempts to back Cyrax, saying that he will still obey orders, and Shang Tsung decrees that the next tournament match will then pit Cyrax against Johnny Cage. Cyrax wins, but when ordered to kill Johnny Cage, Cyrax refuses, much to Raiden's approval. Of course, Sector isn't a big fan of the decision. Sector and Cyrax argue, and that argument quickly turns into a fight, with Cyrax rejecting the Lin Kuei and what it is turning into, and the two end up trading blows. Cyrax wins that fight, though he only manages to delay the inevitable because the next we see of Cyrax, he has been automated and programmed for complete obedience to the Lin Kuei. He appears in his new cyborg form in Sub-Zero's story mode chapter, Sub-Zero being Kuai Liang, the original Sub-Zero's younger brother, and attempts and fails to capture him and bring him back to be cyberized. Later, however, Cyrax and Sector succeed in finally apprehending Sub-Zero after they strike a deal with Shao Kahn, who holds the Icy Ninja prisoner. The two cyborgs tell him that he will have the Lin Kuei's undying loyalty as long as he hands over Sub-Zero to them, something the Emperor gladly agrees to. From that point forward, Cyrax's last major involvement in Mortal Kombat 2011 is a story mode fight for Nightwolf, when Outworld sends the Lin Kuei and then Sindel to kill the congregation of Earthrealm warriors. Cyrax doesn't appear in Mortal Kombat X, but does have a role in the Mortal Kombat X comics that chronologically precede the events of that game. Sector takes the lead of the Lin Kuei during the events of the Mortal Kombat X comic, with the other cyborgs and Cyrax obeying him. However, that comes to an end when Sub-Zero and later Cyrax fight against Sector at Sector's Lin Kuei base. Sub-Zero infiltrates the base, but is later almost captured by Cyrax and Sector, right up to the point when a virus finally uploaded by Sub-Zero into the clan's network disables Cyrax's obedience protocols and frees him. Cyrax then attacks Sector, and Sub-Zero eventually succeeds in killing him, following which the remaining cyborgs of the clan are left masterless. In the aftermath, Cyrax self-destructs after telling Sub-Zero that the Lin Kuei needs a clean slate, entreating Sub-Zero to be the clan's new leader and grateful to have fought alongside a true Lin Kuei warrior before perishing. The explosion then wipes out the Lin Kuei base. In spite of his death, Cyrax returns in Mortal Kombat 11, with a past version of him dragged forward into the present thanks to the machinations of the evil Titan Kronika. The version of him that is brought back is still a cyborg under the Lin Kuei's control. But though he starts off the game aligned with Kronika and the bad guys, Sub-Zero is eventually successful in once again freeing him. Cyrax fights the rest of the game against Kronika's forces, and his involvement in the story ends with him sacrificing himself to be able to shut down the Lin Kuei's cyborg factory. Cyrax did not show up in Mortal Kombat 1, which launched last year and once again rebooted the series with another entirely new timeline. The cyborg is, however, set to take the stage once more with the upcoming Khaos Reigns expansion, though this time Cyrax is going to be a woman. Not only that, she's not a cyborg, but rather a human warrior who is equipped with the cybernetic armor and equipment that the Lin Kuei clan is outfitted with in this universe, thanks to its master armorer, Sector. Cyrax serves directly under Sector in this new universe, but from what we've seen so far, she is still going to have that independent streak that she's been known for in the past universes. How that impacts her story remains to be seen, but we're certainly curious to find out. Thankfully, we don't have much longer to wait, with Khaos Reigns set to launch on September 24th. And that'll be about it for this one. If you guys like what we're doing at GamingBolt, please consider subscribing to our channel, and I'll see you guys on the next video.